When did you have no choice but to escape from your family? My father taught my brothers and I from an early age that women were beneath us, and we needed to spread our seed to as many women as possible. My family is especially large because all the men had about 7 to 8 women who each had 4 to 7 babies. Unfortunately, the male gene in our family was so strong that we hardly had any women to grow up around. Our fathers all told us, keep your head up and you can walk all over whoever you want. Your one true purpose in life is to reproduce and have fun. I watched my cousins beat their mothers and sisters for simple things like oversalting their food or forgetting to turn off the lights before bed. However, I always kept a good relationship with my mom. I helped heal her bruises and made her tea whenever she felt sad. She always cried in private with me, wondering what she did that was so bad that she was trapped by my father and his family. She always made me promise her that I wouldn't end up like them, that I would do better. When I turned 18, my father told me it was time for me to spread my seed. He took me to the nearby church where he met my mother, and all his brothers met their wives. I had one job: walk in there and find a suitable mate to bear my first child. He gave me a list of things to watch out for. Things like if she had illnesses, autism, or was related to the family. Apparently my cousin Jerry made that mistake and had to put his firstborn down. When I went to the church, I was immediately surrounded by love and music. Everyone had such warm smiles, and it was the first time I saw functional families after spending my entire life in the worst part of the South. Everyone knew I was new to the church, so I was greeted with hugs and even got invited to their community Sunday brunch at this local diner. At the diner, that's where I met her. The most beautiful girl I had ever seen. I'll call her Selena. Selena was having trouble getting the waiter's attention for some water, so I gave her mine. That's all it took for us to hit it off. I had never experienced a connection so instant with anyone. We both liked drawing, grew up with siblings, and had a secret love for cartoons. We ended up exchanging information, and for the first time in my life, I was happy. But when I got back home, my happiness instantly disappeared. There were police officers and ambulances at my home. After asking somebody for answers, I saw a black bag. They let me get one look at my mother. She was bruised everywhere, dead. I knew my father had lost control and had taken her life. I knew the cops knew it too, but they didn't speak up because my dad could get them whatever woman they wanted. So instead, they wrote down on the report that my mother was clumsy and fell down the stairs, that it was all one big accident. I wasn't going to stick around anymore. I packed a bag and called Selena from earlier. I confessed to her, I know this sounds stupid, but I really felt something special with you. Would you want to go on a vacation with me? I couldn't believe it, but Selena said yes. It turned out she also hated her home life and wanted to go away for a little while. We headed up north just to go on a simple road trip. I only had $5,000 from working odd jobs on farms, and she had some money from teaching drawing lessons. We stayed at hotels together, went to amusement parks, and cooked for each other. I had completely forgotten about why I went to her church that day in the first place. All I knew was that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. During our trip, I told her, I know I'm full of crazy ideas, but I don't know about you, but I don't want to go home. Then she responded by showing me her phone, where she had already been looking for apartments and jobs. So that's what we did. We got an apartment up north, and I worked doing construction while she worked at a daycare. On the side, I had been saving money to buy her a ring. The day I was going to propose to her, I saw police cars in front of my home. I rushed immediately to see if Selena was in danger, and then I saw a black bag. I told the officers I was the owner of the house and demanded to know what was going on. Inside of the body bag was my father. I couldn't believe my eyes. He was cold and lifeless. I looked around for Selena, and there she was crying in the back of a police car. I kissed her and told her everything was going to be all right, that we were going to figure it out. Not long after, Selena was going to be charged for manslaughter. What had happened was my father had broken into my home and tried to force himself onto Selena. He said that I took too long to spread my seed. Selena, in fear, beat him with a hammer from my toolbox. For a while, things weren't looking good. Selena was going to have to spend 10 years in prison. That was up until my brothers came to town. It turns out that when I left, it inspired some of my brothers to also leave as well. They were miserable living that way. They were all in therapy, trying to rebuild their lives like me. They all testified regarding my father's actions and all pitched in to get the best lawyer money could buy. Selena was let go on house arrest only, so that meant we had a backyard wedding. I invited my brothers, who also ran away, and things are looking up. Selena and I are expecting our first child in a couple of months, a baby girl. Selena offered to name her after my mom, so that maybe she'll have a second chance at a normal, beautiful life.